Is it just me, or is the hype for the Book of Boba Fett kind of just really low energy? I really just don't see anybody really very excited for this show. Maybe it's just me, but I remember when a Star Wars show or movie came out, there was a lot of energy on social media. It was all anybody wanted to talk about. And nobody's really talking about the Book of Boba Fett. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest. I'm a little surprised that the energy for this show is so low. Now, maybe this is just me and I'm just not seeing something here, but nobody's really talking about it, even on Twitter. The only thing trending right now is The Mandalorian, which I'm going to guess is because people were comparing this show to The Mandalorian. But the only reason the hashtag The Book of Boba Fett is trending right now is because it's being promoted by Disney. Right here, promoted by Disney Plus. So I don't know, maybe this will change, but I'm not seeing the same energy here that I would normally see. The only reason this is popping up is because I followed the Star Wars topic, even though I haven't really cared about Star Wars in a long time. So I do wonder, the Gina Carano thing on top of the movies just being shit from Disney, has Star Wars really lost a lot of its popularity? I think there's been a lot of damage done to this brand. Now, of course, this is speculation, right? But, I mean, if you look around, the signs are kind of there, especially when you see it in stories like this. WandaVision surpasses The Mandalorian as the most pirated TV series of 2021. And then stuff like this. Spider-Man No Way Home domestic box office flies past Rise of Skywalker's $515 million total. Sony's best ever at $1.16 billion. Like, this thing is just making tons of money, but I really think the damage to Star Wars as a brand has kind of been done. Like, I haven't watched the Book of Boba Fett yet, and I really don't want to. I feel like it would be a chore to watch it. And if that's the case, like, is there even a point to watch it? I don't know. I think it's crazy how damaged that brand has become. And I'm sure people are going to laugh and say, oh, well, it's still going to get lots of views. And I'm sure it will. And I don't think Star Wars is quite dead yet. But I don't think it can take much more of just mediocrity and not being that good. Like, putting out this stuff that's just kind of plain. Mandalorian, I liked that show. But let's be honest. It wasn't really blowing the doors off of a lot of stuff. It was kind of just like a serviceable fan service thing, which is what it was. And Spider-Man was the same way, but it's going to take a lot more to damage Marvel than it is for Star Wars right now. But, I mean, this thing is a juggernaut. Movies are still sold out, by the way, for Spider-Man No Way Home. Still sold out. That's what's crazy about this. Like, usually by now you could get movie tickets and go see it. But go click on a theater. Especially if you're going with a group, you're going to have a hard time finding seats where you can sit together, because there's still a shitload of people going to these movies. Let me take that back. So you could sit together if you want to sit in the front row or like in the corners. But if you want to sit like in the middle, it's still pretty solidly booked. It's crazy how well this is doing. Let's take a look at this little blurb here. Wednesday AM update, Tuesday box office figures. To all the cynics out there who believe that the coup and streaming have annihilated theatrical movie going, well, Sony Marvel's Spider-Man No Way Home just beat the final $515.2 million domestic total of 2019's Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker with $516.4 million. With $1.16 billion worldwide, No Way Home is officially Sony's top-grossing movie ever, unseating 2019's Spider-Man Far From Home $1.13 billion final global total. Internationally, the film grossed $28.4 million on Tuesday, bringing its cum to 644.9 million. Rise of Skywalker was one of the best pre-pandemic tentpoles, yes, along with Sonic the Hedgehog, 1917, and Bad Boys for Life, before movie theaters shut down due to the coof. Spider-Man No Way Home accomplished this feat in 12 days stateside, whereas it took Rise of Skywalker 91 days. No Way Home is also the highest domestic grossing film ever for Sony, number 14 on the all-time list at the domestic box office, and the number 5 MCU title of all time stateside. That really says something right there when you have Spider-Man No Way Home beat Rise of Skywalker's total in 19 days, whereas it took that movie 91 days to reach its domestic total. I mean, that kind of says a lot. First off, Spider-Man's bigger than Star Wars, which is funny considering he's been around as long, if not longer than Star Wars. Yeah, longer than Star Wars, right? When did he come out? In the 50s, 60s? I don't remember when Amazing Fantasy 15 debuted, so you have to forgive me there. But it's funny, he's overtaken Star Wars and Marvel. Marvel is the Star Wars of this generation. And Star Wars could have came back, but they hired an idiot to run Lucasfilm. Though on paper, she didn't look like an idiot. She's been around for some really big movies. However, she seems to have gotten crazy eyes for the agenda, and she pretty much slapped that all over Star Wars and killed it. Marvel's been starting to do that, and we'll see if they walk some of that back now because of Spider-Man. Everyone's going to be looking at how this movie made its money and what can we do to emulate that in our movies. You can't say no to this kind of money, especially when this movie's probably going to make $1 billion in pure profit for Sony at the end of the day. So, interesting stuff. Matrix 4, of course, is a flop and a half. Got beat by Sing 2. Funny stuff there. But anyway, Spider-Man doing good. And there's a lot of good things here. Particularly, I'm hopeful that China will be less relied on for money now when it comes to a box office. Like, this shows, hey, we don't need them to make money, and I think that that's a good thing. Because I'm tired of our shit being censored so it can go over to a communist country. So we need to put some kind of communist values or some shit in our movies. Let's just go ahead and end that now. And Star Wars, no hype, man. Book of Boba Fett just not really grabbing anybody's attention. I don't know what is going on there, but I would be kind of concerned. And I'm sure the numbers are good, but I'd really like to take a look at the Book of Boba Fett's numbers compared to The Mandalorian, because considering that character, Boba Fett is huge, and that show should eclipse The Mandalorian's reviews, or not reviews, but its numbers. So we'll have to wait till Samba TV comes out with something, but it'll be interesting to compare those live streaming numbers to The Mandalorian. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.